it's so easy? Eating healthy. Everything is obvious, there's no hidden agendas, and everything is just so easy to understand. I'm being sarcastic. So let's talk nutrition, food groups, and why they matter. Straight up. The USDA has been putting out guidelines for healthy eating longer than most people realize. It started in the early 1900s and has developed over the last 100 years. Things like suggested servings and portion size have changed over the years, and they're in no way perfect. It's gone from posters to circles to pyramids to plates, but the food groups we're going to go over have pretty much stayed the same and are generally agreed upon throughout the world. It's come to their newest recommendation of My Plate because it's supposed to be the easiest to understand. So there are 5 main food groups. Let's see how many you already knew. Vegetables, carrots, broccoli, peas, bell peppers, all the things kids are not supposed to like. These are nutrient-dense carbohydrates, often high in fiber. Fruits, like vegetables, but more sweet. Bananas, apples, blueberries, strawberries, pineapple. These are also carbohydrates that can have lots of nutrients and fiber, but also have higher amounts of natural sugar. Grains, oats, rice, quinoa, pasta, bread, typically needing to be cooked or baked. These are often very high in fiber, depending how processed they are. Protein, meat, poultry, seafood, nuts, beans, eggs. Protein provides us with a lot of the building blocks our body needs to stay healthy. Dairy, yogurt, milk, cheese, animal products. This food group can provide us with vitamins and minerals that are less common in other food groups. So those are the main 5 food groups. Some sources will also include groups of oils and calories for other uses. Oils are pretty obvious. There's dozens out there from olive to avocado. We use them for cooking, and these oils are also found in foods themselves. Calories for other uses is essentially junk food. These are foods that are generally agreed upon to be unhealthy. Ice cream, cookies, chips, soda, alcohol, lots of things found in vending machines. They're typically higher in fat and/or sugar, and often are higher in calories, but offer little in terms of nutrients, which means they don't provide us much except for tasting really good. It's not to say you can't have calories for other uses, because they're useful for tasting good. The key is moderation, just not overdoing it. So what do you do with these groups? If you take one thing from this video, remember, it's best to have variety. My Plate, which is the USDA's most current guidelines, recommends that half of your meal or plate should be vegetables and fruit, and the other half should be grains and protein. That's with the largest portions being vegetables and grains. My Plate is supposed to be simple and easy to understand. Basically, have things balanced. You should try to avoid having a meal that is only from one food group. So that bowl of cereal that you're having for dinner probably isn't cutting it. It's important to vary and balance food groups because each bring different nutrients and things that our body needs. This means you also have to keep the balance of portions or the amounts between groups in mind. I don't know about you, but I don't have fruit with all of my meals. But I might have some fruit with breakfast or as a snack, and then try to balance my veggies, grains, and protein with my lunch and dinner. Again, not enough variety is where people run into issues with lack of nutrients or fiber. Or if there isn't a balance or variety, they're having too many calories for other uses and things that aren't good for us. Lastly, be aware that each group or whatever finds itself on your plate can vary in its healthfulness or how healthy it is. What I mean by this is that each food group can be prepared in thousands of ways depending on the individual and the meal. Example, are you eating lightly oiled roasted potatoes or deep fried French fries? Are you having plain raw broccoli or steamed broccoli covered in cheese and butter? All are technically vegetables, but how they're prepared really can affect how healthy they are. This can happen across any ingredient in any food group. Without getting too far into it, just know that food can be dressed up in many ways. But just because it is still that food underneath, it doesn't mean it is as healthy as you might think it is. But that's a topic we can explore more another time. So what should you take from all this? That there are 5 main food groups: vegetables, fruits, grains, protein, and dairy. 2 bonus ones: oils and calories for other uses. You should probably know examples from each food group. Try to get a variety of those food groups throughout your meals and snacks. Focus on vegetables, grains, and protein as your main portion. Remember that anything and everything can be unhealthified, if that's a word, or just made less healthy. I challenge you to make a balanced plate next time you have a meal. Let me know which food group you don't think you're getting enough of. Be straight up. Let's talk nutrition. Oh, my spoon fell.